Jimmy, they're caramelized. Mhm. They're caramelized.
Hey, there we go. Here, let me join.
Yeah, it's being recorded. They kept saying some dumb shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Were you having issues with your going berserk because you weren't live?
No, it's just when you drop 5 different go live links, it's hard to keep up which one's the right one.
Yeah, I can't help it when I had to redo it every time. I don't know. One time it was sideways, and it was like zoomed into that hill over there on both ends. I don't know what to do.
Have you caught any catfish yet
Caught plenty of catfish.
today?
Yeah, I caught 3 or 4 of them. Them blue channel cats or whatever they are.
Yeah. They give you a good fight, man, those channel cats.
Yeah, those drumfish, especially the ones that are heavy like that, they take off. And but that one walleye took off. He took my whole spool. He emptied the spool. I couldn't. He did it before I could set the drag tighter. I was tightening it up, and he was still. It was going. I couldn't do shit. I would have broke the line regardless, but he done took all the line and snapped it off the reel.
That was the other day, though, right?
Yeah, yeah. I was like,
Yeah.
what the hell?
Yeah.
I never had that happen where I lost the whole spool.
Damn. That must have been a big one.
Yeah, it was. I seen its head, and that's about all I seen. I don't know how big it was, but it was the biggest one the biggest head of one I've ever seen. I've caught 10, 12 pound ones, you know. So yeah, it looked like it was bigger than that. It probably was a 30 or 35 inch walleye.
Yeah.
I'm right, 14 pounds or something like that. But it took off. It took in it. It was like it had a jet engine on it.
So are you going to sand that damn truck off and repaint it, or did you figure it out yet?
Probably. Luke, yeehaw! Jimmy ain't here. He's peeing in the funnel. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know. I kind of want to, but I know it's a lot more than what I know it's a lot more work than what it is. So you know, you can't. There's little dents in it, little tiny ones, and I'm not gonna just leave them. It'll be like fucking me in the head if I don't fix it.
Yeah. Hey,
That's
Luke.
why. That's why I'm doing this thing that I did. So I can just deal with that heavy rust.
Well, it looks good with the patina on there, I think. I mean,
Yeah.
it ain't going to rust
A lot of
anymore.
people say that. Yeah, it ain't like it's all rotted out or something.
I just do another project.
Yeah, I got plenty of them already. What? I catching another log? Oh yeah, probably. Catching log.
I wish they'd let 3 or 4 people up here. Fuck. You think they'd catch on to that and let 2 or 3 people up here like that? At least 4.
Yeah. Well, there ain't enough room for them to be vertical. Come on. Why are you making me catch 2 logs today? Fuck. Now that one snapped my jig off. I'm getting sick of this chicken shit bullshit. Son of a bitch. I gotta go get a jig.
Yeah.
Yeah. The truck's right there, so it's not like it's 20 miles away.
Using a white-head worm or something.
Oh,
Jig.
what?
A white-headed jig.
I had a black one on, and I had an orange one on, and a gold one. I got all kinds of colors. The white ones work the best, though. Or the gold.
What is it? A short worm? Like a grub?
Hold
Hold on, man.
on. I'll use this purple one. Uh, it's kind of, it's not really windy. Usually when it's windy, I put a heavier one on.
Yeah. Yeah. You ever tried a gummy bear?
Nope. I tried those hot dogs though. They sell those. They used to sell those things out of a like a fish vending machine, bait vending machine. Say like this one here. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. I know exactly what you got there. The
I got it.
white-headed grub worm.
No, it's this one here's a purple one
Oh,
with a
okay.
white eye.
Those are
Ah,
pretty good, huh?
yeah, they all work pretty good. It's just it depends on how you string your worm on there. I always I string it on there. You know, I use the head of the worm and I put it on the hook and I slide it all the way down, and it has a long tail. Usually the tail will end up busting off, but that's how I do it. And then I always catch them. I see people just kind of cob them on there, like just loop and swoop them on there, and then they
Yeah.
don't, you know, they don't really catch them. They get
Yeah.
lucky sometimes, but they don't catch them.
Right, Luke? I wonder how those work. Luke says you need one of those glow in the dark jig heads.
Yeah, I got those. I got those. Uh huh. Same offer for real. But I got all my own worms. That's for sure. I ain't paying no $10 a dozen. Where the hell they are.
Yeah.
I got a whole. I got more the other night again. I had fat ones. Yeah.
Like half a night crawler. Oh, those some big ones, man.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
just out of my yard. You know, when it rains, or I'll wet the yard down and get them. And I'll wait till about midnight, and then I'll wet it down at 7, it's still daylight out, and then I'll wait till about midnight and go out there with that red light and get all I need.
Hell yeah, man.
But the last few days, you go out there and it's like they're laying everywhere. If you have that red light shining in the grass, they're laying everywhere. They're not even. Most of the time when I go get them, they're still halfways in a hole. They're
Yeah.
laying on top of the grass and shit. It was so wet.
Well,
So I filled up my styrofoam cooler. Yeah, shit. I keep a couple bottles of frozen water in there, 3, 4 of them, so they stay cool.
what's with the red flashlight?
That's all because if you have a regular flashlight, they will they'll take off. They'll go back into the ground. But the red one, it's like they can't see it or something. I don't know.
Huh.
That's the only way I can. That's the only way you can get them. You can see them at night if you have a flashlight, but then if you shine it on them for until you get there, they're gonna disappear.
Yeah.
But the red one, they just don't see it or something. So
Oh, okay.
I got no glasses on. This chicken shit. Oh, I got her in there.
Oh yeah.
There's one spot on this here that sometimes you get caught up in. That's the way it is. You can't do nothing about it.
Yeah.
And it'll take your fucking unit.
Is there a lot of moss growing up or algae or
Not
whatever?
here. Over at the lake. Oh, where the bridge is, there is. But this is the river here, so
Yeah, it seems to be
there's a
moving
lot of
pretty good.
that now. That algae or that whatever it is, it's turning that teal aqua color, so it's that poison shit. Yeah. So the one half of the lake is just gross and stinks.
Yeah. You get better fish out of the river anyway, right?
Yeah, but when that lake's not turning like it is, that lake provides a lot of
Yeah.
fish.
Yeah.
The biggest fish I've ever caught, and like I said, I'm from Minnesota, and I thought I caught some big fish. No, when I got here, they were like fucking monsters compared to little snakes over there.
1,000 lakes.
Yeah, well, 10,000 actually, 10,000 pounds. Anyways, uh, there's a lot of people you'll see here throughout the summer. A lot of Minnesota plates come on for fishing.
Yeah. There, you get your boat out and start doing some tours.
I got rid of that boat. I don't because I don't use it. I catch more fish off on shore. So I just kind of sold that boat last year, or the year before.
Huh.
I had a yard craft. It had what did it have on there? Evinrude 100 or a 90. It went pretty good. I had a live well and I had 3 locators on it, trolling motor, and it's like anytime you go out here on this river, you go down and around that bend there, and by the time you get back, it's done sucked up 25 gallons of gas. So there, and you got 2 cycles, and because I have I'm cruising on as fast as it's gonna go, and then I have it. I'm like, damn, it's like 120 bucks every time you go out.
Damn.
Yeah, and I don't know how these guys do it with those. They got them 300 Mercuries on there because they ain't no gas savers. I'll tell you that right now. None of them ain't no
Yeah.
sucking up all the oil, because you got to buy some of them are 2 cycle injected. So then you got to buy gallons of that oil. So you're sucking oil and gas. It's not like it's staying in the crankcase.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't mind it, but I just like, wow, it's 100 and some bucks every time. Fuck that shit. Took
Or,
old.
or take an oar and a trolley motor with you.
Yeah, well, I have a trolling motor. I had a trolling motor on there, and then I kept always. What the hell is shit again? Why is it keep going over there? Come on now.
Get stuck out there in the lake and the motor dies. That's a long way to paddle.
Yeah, especially when you only got one paddle, one oar. That's why I always carried like 3 batteries and 5 gallons of extra gas with. Because I done ran out over around in that bay over there one time. I'm glad it was over there and not 10 miles down the road, down the
Yeah.
river, I should say, because
Yeah.
there ain't nobody around. There's nobody who really lives along there. You know what I mean? So you're gonna
Yeah.
be walking.
We shit out of luck, huh?
And maybe get bit by a rattlesnake.
Any snakes come out of that river up on that dock on you?
No, not on the dock. When I was down the river in the pontoon, one came up on the pontoon one time. And that dude was trying to smack it with that fucking pliers and shit. I'm like, he's gonna fucking get you. You don't think he got a reach?
Yeah.
Stop that shit, I told him. You're making me fucking nervous. The other guy, he was jumping on top of the back there. He didn't have a fucking rattlesnake. It had 5 rattles on it, so it wasn't like it was a baby or anything.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're fucking crazy. And then he kills it, and then he cuts the rattles off and he throws the fucking rest of it. I said, you could have made yourself a belt, motherfucker.
Hell yeah, man.
You
You
could
could
have had a
actually
half a
eat
boot. Yeah, they're supposed to be okay to eat, but I wouldn't eat no snake.
chicken.
Fuck that. Yeah, everything tastes like shit. Frog legs do, and fucking
Squirrel.
everything. The toad legs probably taste like chicken too. Yeah, they have a white flaky meat, I guess, like kind of like a fish or something, like a walleye. I don't know. I'm not gonna try it out. You know why? Because I'm not gonna eat anything that can make your fucking legs have big gashes in it, and you could die from the poison.
Yeah. I think if you cut it off behind the head, all the poison's in the head, I think.
Yeah, I know, but the thought of it,
Yeah.
the thought of it ever being in there, because it's like their poisons are like fucking acid or something.
Yeah. You got pretty good light there. I mean, shining out. The dock's
That's
pretty
on the
lit up.
phone. That's on the phone.
Huh.
Yeah, it's just a flashlight on the phone.
Hell,
I
right
got
now.
those other lights, but I forgot them at home. Huh?
You should be able to catch something now. The lights them went down. Fish are they'll probably start acting up now.
Yeah, when I shine my light under that bridge along the rocks, it depends on what time of year it is. You'll see all the walleye eyes cruising around the rocks there for bait fish or whatever. Or you'll see the baby ones too. They're like
What
3 inches long and shit.
what color's their eyes? Red?
No, they're like I don't know, normal. I guess they're not red. Those garfish have red tint in their eye. They're devil bastards.
Yeah, they
Right?
are. I hate those damn things. I first
Yeah,
moved to Texas.
they're usually you'll hear them snapping up all the time here, but they were here, but now they're not. So, but
Huh,
you'll hear them twitching around. I've caught a few of them, not like I wanted to catch them. I thought they were northern pike when I first moved here because there's so many of them. I couldn't tell them their body, the way their body is. It looked like it because you could see them. You know?
yeah,
And I caught one. Finally caught one. I was like, "Why can't I catch one of those son of a bitches?" Well, I didn't know it was a gar, and they had the small ass mouth with all them teeth in there,
yeah.
narrow mouth or whatever. And
Alligator
one of them
gar.
was like, I was like, I'm gonna see what these are like. And I tried to play one or whatever. Fuck, it's like cutting a 10-ply tire. It was damn near impossible.
I first moved to Texas and went fishing, and one of those cars was swimming in the river towards me. I thought it was a damn
Yeah.
snake. I didn't know.
Oh,
You know, it
shit.
scared the living shit out of me, man, because I seen like two or three more. I was like,
Yeah,
what the fuck?
those other snakes too. Those rat snakes. And some of them they look like a rattler or whatever. They got the same kind of color or whatever, but I'm like, holy! I thought one was coming after me one time. I looked down, and here it was one of those rats or where the hell it's called. Yeah. I was like,
We
oh,
got
the one of those garfish was jumping behind me. From what I hear, if you can hear them, bastard.
we got a ton of guard down here in Trinity River, they call it.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I haven't been. I fish in a man-made pond at the park, where they stock it up every year and all that for.
Oh, yeah. They stocked that lake with walleye years ago, I guess, from what I've been told. And uh, they check it. They come out there and they check and they trap or whatever, and they check what's in there. I guess. But one time I was fishing, I thought I never seen no sunfish here, so I was like, oh, there's none around here, right? Well, yeah, there is, but I caught a 3 pounder and I never caught another one.
Huh,
A 3 pound sunfish with all the colors. I thought I let the neighbor eat it, and I thought I was going to catch more of them. Well, nope, I never did.
those damn things are bony as hell, just like a bluegill. You got to eat all the bones before you can eat the meat.
Yeah, I just do it the way my dad showed me. Leave the leave it there, cook it a certain way, and then you just pull the pull the cage right out of it. I guess is how he showed me how to do it. It
Yeah,
pulls out after you cook it or whatever. But where in Minnesota you got to have like for anyone to eat any, you got to have like fucking 50 or 100 of them.
yeah.
And then here, like I caught that one that was 3 pounds. Jerry, my neighbor that used to live behind me, he's like, yeah, you usually need about 10 or 20 of these, but this one here filled my load up. He said. And
You,
I really thought I was going to catch more of them, and I never did. Never seen another one.
that's weird.
Yeah, usually they're all together, schooled together or whatever.
Yeah,
And I went back to the same spot probably 10, 20 times, and I never seen another one. I never caught, not even a small one. Never caught none.
huh.
But that one, I've fished here almost every day. Not this last year, but for the last 10 years, almost every day, and I only caught one. So
You probably got a freezer full of walleye, don't you?
no, it's depleted. I usually bring my dad about 100 pounds of it.
Yeah.
And
Well, Karina, she catches all the fish too, don't she?
she hasn't been going that much this year, but used to go. Yeah, she kind of still
Yeah.
stick a little
I,
bit, but
I heard she was a better fisherman than you are.
yeah, she does that. But she figured out on the fish and what the hell the fish were. She didn't know what the hell it was. She caught a walleye. It was about like that big as in the palm. She goes, "What
Yeah.
is that?" I said, "That's a walleye." And after that, she never stopped. Kept on going every day. I'm like, I'm not going at 3 o'clock in the morning anymore. That woke me up 2, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Uh,
They're not chicken.
Wake up, Robert. You want to go fishing?
Yeah, and she says that for nudging me and acting. Are you awake? Well, I wasn't.
Yeah.
She didn't like
I,
going by herself at night, you know.
no, I imagine no, man.
No, but she'll do it if I won't get up. She'll still do it. She'll go by herself at night.
Buzzard, give it a rest.
Give it a rest.
Give
Is
it
that
a
out of
rest.
order? He's out of order. Are
He's
you
out of
taking a
order.
rest? He's giving away some headlights from that headlight company.
You're giving away a Ford
Oh,
truck bed.
man, they like to, all those LED light companies. They like to have their shit promoted on YouTube. That's for sure. I done had enough of the LED lighters. I
Yeah.
can't. I can't. I mean, I put lights in everything. I can't put. I don't have any more to put in.
Done put like 10 different brand names in that fucker.
Yeah, and the only one I really kept in that Ford was them that Zito ones were good. They were good for that, but then I don't like the other ones for like the Chevy pickup that have to have a high low beam bulb.
Yeah.
Because the Fords have the high beam and low beam built right into one, not two
Right.
separate ones. You know,
Yeah,
and
like a
those ones are
9007.
not. They don't
Yeah.
blind you, and they're pretty good light. But the rest of them, I'm not trying.
Oh, Auto One sent me a package of headlights for my Frontier, but it's about a year ago. I still haven't opened it up.
The bulbs or the whole work.
LED bulbs.
Oh yeah, that one company they sent me the whole works. The one that one guy said they sponsored him, and it was a turbo that he had to pay for. Yeah, they sent me a headlight for that Ford. I tried to get a hold of them to get some more because that pheasant crashed out the one of the assemblies, but I
Yeah.
ended up buying something because I didn't have time to be waiting for an email.
Hey, I got an automotive question for you.
What's that?
Why is it every time I see a Chevy or a GMC truck or vehicle or whatever, there's always one fucking running light that's out?
Yeah, they all do that because they get water in them and it burns them out. Them lenses that they somehow end up getting rainwater or puddle water in them or whatever, and then it burns the some bitch out. Always.
You know what I'm
I
talking
done,
about?
yeah, I know. I know what you're talking about on the bottom. Oh, on the bottom. No, on the grill. Yeah, they take in water too when the fuel go out of them. The glue comes loose or some shit, and they end up getting some kind of moisture in them, and they burn out.
Huh. All right,
Yep,
Buzzard.
I replaced them on her truck 3 times until I put LED ones in there. I got tired of that shit.
Yeah.
And that was before I even did the, you know, was getting them. I guess I was getting them, but they didn't have them or some shit. I don't remember what it was.
So you got the
I don't have
OBS all fixed up, huh? Sitting under the tree now?
what OBS.
You know, the
Oh
blue one,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh no, it drives. Yeah,
the
yeah,
one Buzzard wants.
yeah. It drives. Yeah, when I don't get flat tire.
Then put
Yeah,
like what 3 fuel pumps in it.
this one I happened, and I already had it. I didn't even know I had it. It was brand new in the box. Probably bought it 10, 15 years ago. Already had it, and here I was going to order one.
You
Just
probably
like
got
I
all the
was going to
parts.
order a car. I was going to order a brand new carburetor, motorcraft one for that Mercury. And I was up there digging around, and I found a box and had a brand new one in there that ordered some for something.
That
Some
Marauder.
customer something. I don't know.
How's that Marauder doing?
Yeah,
Have you talked to him any?
no, I told him I was gonna come and get that Grand Am, and then he says, "Well, I'm busy right now, and then I'll let you know." And then haven't. I'm not gonna keep bugging him, so I haven't heard nothing from him. So well, that's the way it goes. I'm not gonna. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna bug the guy about it.
yeah. Right,
I'm gonna
Buzzard?
get my car, but because I need the transmission for the other one. But I guess I'll just if anything, that Lumina will have the same oil open.
Yeah, you can get that Lumina
Yeah.
running next, right?
Huh?
You're going to do a will it run on that Lumina next, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna just drag it home first, though. I'm not gonna do it out there. I might. I'll cut the damn roof off of it. I'm thinking about that. That's the first thing that crossed my mind when I seen that son of a bitch. Cutting the roof off. Someone would probably get all angry about it. Oh, that was a collector.
Make a Lumina truck out of it.
Huh?
Make a truck Lumina.
Oh, I'll make a nice convertible. Maybe put a. Maybe I'll cut that Chevy box in half and put it on the back of
You need to take that C70, C75 or whatever and put a step side bed on it, man.
I'm thinking about that. I'm thinking about putting that on that chassis, that 2003 Silverado chassis. I'm thinking about putting that cab on there, that 65 fleet side bed on it. I
Oh
think it'll
man,
work all right.
hell yeah,
And
you can
it'll
get
be
some
four-wheel
bucks.
drive with an LS one.
There you go.
Actually, came with the LS.
Probably sell it for a good penny too. People like that shit.
Yeah, personally, like the. I'm not too fond of the ones that the 2003 Cat Eye or whatever they are. I done had
Yeah,
some of them too. But it
yeah,
seems like the interior and shit is cheap on them, and the
yeah.
windows want to roll up slow after they're like 5 years old. They still want to get hot and then stop, especially when it's downpouring, and you have to sit there and wait for the fucking thing to cool down to roll the window up. Not
When they
buying
stopped making those cat's eyes, like 2008,
it.
something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah,
Then they went to that other style or whatever, and I guess them ones are okay, but I'd stick with like the one. I'd have an LS in like a 99 or 98. That's
I
There's
thought.
no math on that. How can the Windows motors work good in that Tahoe and it's been sitting since 2014 and they've been used to be hell, but you try to roll up the windows on this fucking piece of shit and you want to take 20 minutes to roll the window up because it's electric junk. So
Yeah,
how do you go from good quality to worse quality in a newer vehicle? That's terrible. Just like
yeah.
fuel pump.
I thought about doing a body swap on my bullnoses with a Ford Explorer, but I don't know the
What, a
steering wheel
newer
part of
Ford
it.
Explorer or what? Like what? Like how new?
The older ones, like the 4.6s and maybe the 5.0s.
Yeah, the 4.6 is pretty good. I had a Ranger that had a Jesus Christ, that was a big one. I had a Ranger that had a 3.0 in it, and the guy tricked
Yep.
me. Told me, "What? There's brand new head gaskets in there." Yeah, they aren't in there yet. He just told me, said, "Fucking liar." I
that
traded him another vehicle for it or whatever, and
that
he let me.
that
Uh,
3.0 was a terrible motor, man.
it was bad for head gasket, but I put the water glass in the radiator like they do in semis, and it sealed it right up. Oh yeah, the bar around flipping.
Huh.
Let's see. Yeah, you can see them. They're on top of the water. This little fucker right here. Yeah, I just there he is right there.
Yeah, I
Ah,
see it flashing. I see it shimmer.
like that. Yeah, there. Oops. Oh, something else. I thought that was something nasty there. Usually there might be a skunk that comes around. He usually comes around and goes under my truck, and I can't tell if he's still here or not. I know, motherfucker. I am looking under that truck and shit. I'm gonna get sick. You know? Yeah, they're eating those mayfly shit. Those bugs
Yeah,
on top of the wall.
little gnat
Yeah, they're
looking thing.
all over us. Yeah, I know they're around here. I just heard them flipping around. There's usually a bunch of them, but I don't see a bunch of them. The water's still pretty clear.
Yeah, it looks pretty clear.
Oh, I heard that. Yeah, he's over there flipping around. I seen that one. Yeah, them things are landing in the water, and do flips over the fucking thing. There's one right there.
Yeah, yeah,
There he is. You can see
yeah.
him now.
Uh huh. I see him. I'm afraid to open my tackle box, man. I think I still got weenies in it from a couple years ago.
Yeah, before I moved here, I had a tackle box I hadn't used in years. I opened it up, and all those rubber worms were like melted in the pockets. Everything was all anything that had any of that, like that rubber shit, they're all
Yeah,
melted. It was just
yeah,
I didn't want to throw the had it for fucking ever. But I ended up taking a pressure washer to it and got most of it out. There's still some in the son of a bitch. I don't barely use it. I just bring a plastic container full of jigs now. But if I'm in a boat,
yeah. I stopped putting hot dog weenies in my tackle box. I started carrying them separately.
yeah,
That
well,
that should
yeah,
kill you,
well,
you know.
you forget that shit in there. I forgot one time I was like, oh, I must have smoked all of this. They were in there like 3, 4 years. I didn't open them up. I used to shit fucking pull my zipper, you motherfucker. I know you did. Yeah, I didn't know. Trying to sleep in one of the mitts.
You ever use a swivel on there to interchange your
Yeah,
jigs real quick?
yeah, I used to use all that shit, but then some of these fish that I done lost a lot of it, a lot of them. So I just tie like a noose, like wrap it
Yeah,
around about 10 times and pull it tight. Seems
yeah.
to work pretty good. But other guys got these fancy knots that take you like 20 minutes to do, and I'm not into that.
Nah.
But they hold. These ones seem to hold pretty good, but theirs can hold a lot more, I guess. The guy
Yeah,
proved it to me, and I'm like, well, I'm not gonna sit there and take 20 minutes tying up a hook.
yeah. Damn boatsman knot or some
Yeah,
bullshit.
he had won some kind of deal at a fish show or whatever for the. He had the knot that didn't break or whatever, and it's in the lowest test line, and they didn't snap the line. I don't know how the hell that does anything.
Huh.
They put like a test to it until it does break or whatever, and he won a few times on that. Some
Yeah.
fishing tournament show or some kind of shit like that. That was in Iowa.
Yeah. That's where they got the biggest shitter at, right? Iowa.
Next month, that guy. I missed that.
How often do you go fishing, Robert?
I go almost every day.
No wonder you're so damn.
When I feel all right, I go every day. 2 or 3 times.
What's up, Justin?
Is that 218?
Yeah,
Is that
pork
the
chop.
land of 10,000 ponds?
Yeah, pork chop.
Yeah, he has the same area code. 218. I still remember my home number. 233-9447.
No wonder you're happy. No wonder you're happy all the time, man. You go fishing twice a day. Fuck.
3 times sometimes. Maybe more than that sometimes. It just depends on the weather. Oh, yeah. Old Gar slapping around. Justin, he eats those gars after the feds are after him. He loves gar.
I need to go down there to Lake Granbury and go fishing with sunfish sometime.
Boy, you fucking. Oh, yeah, they're over. They're to the right now. That one is. Usually there's about 10 of them you can see at the top of the water. The old gar.
Those some scary bastards, man. I don't like them at all.
Their mouth is crazy looking. I thought they were, I didn't realize their mouth was so narrow. Like I said, I thought they were northern pike when I first moved here. I was like, God damn, what are those doing on the top of them? Well, I'm going to catch me some of them. Yeah, right.
They swim like a damn snake, man.
Yeah, they do some weird shit. There's one.
I hate.
Justin has a couple of them as trophies, trophy fish.
Some people eat them, man, but I've never eaten
I
one.
wouldn't eat one of those. They're like I said, they're like a
So
10-ply tire,
retire,
but maybe even more.
right? Yeah, that's why they call them alligator gar.
Yeah, they're like cutting thick tire. Oh,
Pretty
I hear some animals going at it, like a cat.
I seen a couple red eyes out there. There you go. Oh, it must have been something.
It's those mayflies.
Oh, you have
Yeah,
red eyes?
you know, it makes it look like there's red in pieces of. There's one right there. Oh, that might not be a gar. That was something else. That might have been a carp. I only caught one walleye, and it was about a 14-incher.
Huh.
There's your dinner, buzzard. That mayfly. Eat that. It's like potted meat in a lake.
Well, you're supposed to eat the small walleye anyway. The big ones, they have too much mercury in them, don't they?
Oh, I don't. I've never noticed anything with them like that, but I eat them all. Walleye.
I'm gonna have to
One
get me
kid was
some.
down there. This one kid. He's lived here. I don't know. He don't live here anymore, but he's from here, and he's like when I first moved here. He's like checking my pail, count my fish. He goes, oh, you should throw that one back. That's too big. It's got eggs. I said, how about? I started calling him the fish police. I said, how about you get the fucking face out of my bucket and never mind what the fuck's going on over here. He's counting to see if I got my limit and shit. I'm like, what are you? I asked him, are you the fucking fish police or something? Get the fuck out of here, kid.
About to
He's
get
like
an
19
ass whooping.
years old or whatever. Yeah, he's just kind of snooping around and trying to tell me what I can keep for fish. My grandpa said, I don't give a fuck what your grandpa said. Yeah, he ain't fucking run me. You know, get out of here.
You ever eat those?
I didn't do that to him right away. He just kept on and on until kept on looking
Yeah,
at my feet every time I was there. And then I got irritated.
he's an undercover fed, probably.
Yeah, I said, what are you, the fucking fish police? And he just looked at me and said, what, you just never mind what the hell's going on here. Go mind your business on the other side of the bridge like you were. Come over here and start counting my fish, dickhead.
You ever eat those fish eggs, like fresh?
Oh, no.
I hear they're pretty good.
Yeah, I'm sure they're pretty good, like that fancy $2,000 bottle of wine that I had, too. That tasted really well. Tasted so dry, it made my face wrinkle up. It's so fucking had the worst aftertaste ever, and they're all praising this shit. It's like I told the guy at guide with us, I'd rather drink a bottle of Mad Dog than drink that fucking shit. $2,000 fucking bullshit. I wouldn't pay fucking 0 cents for it.
Yeah,
I wouldn't pay free.
it's like some of
I
those
didn't say nothing
expensive,
to them because them guys are they're from Tennessee. They're like, they got all kinds of money or whatever. I didn't
like
say
buzzard.
anything rude or nothing. I just wanted to spit that shit out.
They're like buzzard. They got a connection to all the money.
Yeah, I'd rather have a connection to some moonshine than some old shitty ass $2,000 dry wine that makes your face look like an old fucking dried up moon.
That was raisin
It
wine.
feels like in your mouth anyway.
I like the best wine. It's not really a wine. It's a fruit juice, more or less, but it's made by
Oh, now
Stella.
you're drinking fruity punches, huh?
No, that's Stella Rosa. Have you
I
ever
don't
had
know what
that?
that is.
It's pretty
No,
damn good, man. Stella Rosa. It's
no.
really good wine. Yeah.
I drank that like that Ernest Julio or something like that, whatever. I drank that before. I drank some of that box one before, but I don't really care for that shit. Uh,
Yeah.
20, like, I think it made me throw up.
I'm not much of a wine drinker myself. I'd rather drink some whiskey or a beer. That's it.
I used to like to drink those Miller Canadians back in the day, but I can't. I'm drinking. I don't have any taste for it. Just don't seem to. Can't prime up. That's the way it
Yeah.
was the last time I went to that shit. Like 5, 6 years.
Yeah.
I tried and tried. I like, why the hell I want to go? I want to go to the bar and play blackjack, and I like to drink it. But I'm doing this shit. I'm
Yeah.
fucking losing your money. I can't.
They'll,
I couldn't.
they'll damn sure
She's like,
take your
what's
money.
wrong with you? Huh?
I said they'll damn sure take your money.
Oh yeah, I've won lots of times doing that though. Drunker than winning blackjack all the time. I'm like, damn. I haven't done that for years either.
Yeah. I don't play too much cards. If I play cards, I play rook.
We went to this casino that's like 40 miles away when we first moved here, like a few months after we moved here. For 3 months, I could not. I couldn't lose. That one night between me and her, we won 30 grand. And I'm not much of a casino going
Damn.
person. I kept going back because and they got them in these gas stations here, and I was jackpotting those shitty ass machines and getting $1,000 a week out of them too. And I was like, then the luck ran out when I lost $1,000 of it one time, and I quit.
Yeah.
I quit it. I was like, oh, I gave 1,000 of that money back, but I don't know how much I won in total. But one night we won 30 grand.
Yeah.
They were brand new $5 machines, So I said, stop being a fucking pussy. Hit the max and do it right. I said, fucker gave her another couple $100. I walked to it. She's like, rub the machine. I got a video of it. She's like, rub the machine. I was like, what the fuck? So I went over there and tapped on it, and I walked away. About 10 seconds later, she won. She thought she won $650. I said, that's 6,800.
Damn.
She gave all those people, the workers, three of them, $100 each, 50. Yeah. I
Did
said,
she?
what about the $450 I gave you to win that? What do
Yeah.
you mean? I didn't get that then. But other people did.
She,
I'm
she
like,
didn't.
wait, motherfucker.
She didn't give
Where's
you a
my
piece
half
of it.
at? Huh?
She didn't give you a piece of it.
No. I went and took it anyways.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't like
She
to
went and bought
gamble.
herself a new computer and all kind of shit and whatever. And she was looking for cars to buy this for me to fix and just sell.
Yeah.
Money. Yeah. I always done it. So I've been doing wheel out runs before wheel out runs on you.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I bet you have.
I drove back from that one truck, that 86 F-150. That farmer thought I was nuts for driving at 200 miles. He goes, they ain't been on the road since like 90s, he said. I said, I don't give a shit. It'll make it. I ran it on an old shitty gas. It misfired for about 50 miles. That fucking fresh gas took hold of it, and then I put premium in there. Then it stopped missing. It was fuel
Yeah.
injected.
Yeah. 86 is when they came out with it. Actually,
It
85 mid year.
was a 302, 4-speed.
85 mid years when they come out with the fuel injection on them.
I like that truck too. My buddy, I paid $200 for it. That farmer didn't think it was even worth that. I think he had it for like 400 or something. And he's like, when I got there, he's like 200. I'm like, all right, or whatever. And
Hell yeah.
my friend came from Minnesota, from Blue Earth or wherever the hell he lives over there. He paid me $2,000 for that thing. I said, well, I only paid 200 for it. He goes, that don't matter. I know what it's worth. He said, he still got it.
I put a video up on.
Right away when he seen it, he wanted it. It was black and gray.
I put a video up just to be funny on my bull noses, and I said, "Hey, zip ties, they're for sale."
Oh, did you tag him?
Yeah, I did. He probably just rolled his eyes. You know, he gets that shit cheap up there anyway. But I
Yeah,
thought it was
probably
funny.
people probably give him the shit half the time, but then
Yeah.
he pays up pretty good for some of that other shit. All those fucking semis, I'd like to get those fucking some of them semis you have.
He goes to that RB
He got
auctions
some
all the
good
time.
stuff, even though it's old. Those old Kenworths, I like those things, and he's got. I think they're all good. They all run good. He sure can fix some shit too.
I've seen a couple of those old Kenworths that have been restored, like 80s models, and they want hundreds of thousands for those things, man.
Yeah, yeah, he's got trucks that are old as shit, and you know, some of them are made in Canada or whatever, and some are, U.S. ones. But I mean, for the most part, the body of them are in really decent shape, for being
Yeah.
old.
Those double fenders, they fetch a pretty penny, about $1,000 for a set of those.
You got that old like that uh, that pole truck or whatever it is, that Kenworth. Holy shit, I like that shit with that live roller.
I like that log splitter he built, that log splitter on the truck.
Yeah, yeah.
He's a
And
crazy
I
mofo.
had someone out by the oil field. I did a bunch of work for them on their property, and they gave me a GMC. It was a semi, but it was a GMC, and it was a winch truck. It
Yeah,
had a Cummins in it or whatever. I got it running and stuff. I just never done nothing with it, but because the
yeah,
cab of it, it's a pile of shit it was been full of rats, and they chewed up everything in there. But it'll
yeah.
start right up.
I'm gonna get me a beer, Robert. Be right back.
Get you a beer. Where are you going, to the beer store? Justin, Canadian spread. I like Canadian Club, or I used to. No, and it say General, and it's a GMC. I can't remember what the hell it's called. It's like an '80s model, early '80s. It was like I said, it was a winch truck. So it wasn't
My
nothing fancy, I'll tell you that.
my favorite truck is a GMC Blue Chip 500. Like that.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
Uh, you ever seen that show, The Man in the High Castle?
No.
If you look that up, you can see the truck that they use. It's badass, man.
Oh. I had
Yeah.
my tow truck. That was a '98 GMC top kick with a
Oh,
304.
hell yeah.
Yeah, 34 foot flat. It had an automatic. I didn't care for that much, but that Allison, it was a rollback and it had a stinger. It was pretty decent. I pulled a lot of vehicles with that thing.
Those top kicks, they fetch big money down here. People put the regular beds on them and stuff and just use the front
Oh,
end.
I seen one here last weekend, but it was a newer one. Mine was a '98. This was a newer one. I don't know what year, and it was a 4-door, and he had a pickup box on it,
Look pretty
4-wheel
cool.
drive, and all that shit. And he was
Did you
pulling a boat. He was pulling a boat with it.
have like 44-inch military tires on it or some shit?
Oh, yeah, yeah. It had some pretty good size tires on it. It looked pretty neat, but I could just imagine what that thing costs.
I seen
The
I
gar
seen a
scares all the rest of the fish away.
I seen a truck like yours down here in Fort Worth, but you take the front end off of yours, take the bed off, and take another front end exactly like it and put it on there and weld it so that it looks like it's got two front ends. And that bastard was coming down the road, and I could have swore he was coming at me until he come back on the other lane. I was like, motherfucker, look, I thought he was heading right towards me, man, but he did that to his truck. It looked crazy as hell, man.
Oh yeah, some of them guys they do that to cars. Like I seen them take like Pontiac 6000 LEs and cut two of them in half and have two front wheel drives and weld them together and shit like that.
Yeah.
Goofy ass shit like that. Yeah. I mean,
It's
it would be crazy to see something like that on the road, because you don't
oh
see
yeah.
it an everyday thing.
It scared the hell out of me, man. And I
Yeah,
think that's why he did it.
right. Fuck with people.
Hmm.
I like to take a. You should do that with a caravan. Like two front ends of a caravan on it. Mm-hmm. Soccer Woody. My truck didn't fall in the drink.
Oh, no, I love that truck, man.
Yeah, windshield's fucking dirty.
I
It's
had a
no, it's not
70.
dirty. It's the windshield ain't dirty. It's just like sand pitted from being so old. I think it's the factory windshield in it yet. I gotta go up top. Fucking back out of here before all those mayflies come in here.
You seen that short I did on my C10 I had, right?
Oh, that one a long time ago.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I had a C10 open like yours,
yeah, that black one or whatever, or gold.
gray.
Was
I
it
think
gold?
it was primer.
I can't remember. I remember seeing it. Ooh, fucking radio came on.
I liked it, but I
He
had
had
too
a
many
what
vehicles.
did he say? He had a. Oh, he had a general.
I think a general, I think it was an 85 thing was a beast. Top kick.
Yeah, I had one of those Brigadier one fucking pieces of shit too. With it had a diesel that wouldn't quit. It just was gutless. It didn't have torque. But that thing was a pile of shit. The cab was, but it sure started good. Just like the one I was driving last year. That thing would run 9 speed. No, that one was an automatic that I used over here. But the one I had was like a 9 speed or something.
We had a 2-speed rear end or something.
Yeah, that one had an automatic with a 2 speed rear end. But mine had like a 9 speed or maybe it was a 5 speed. I can't remember. It was just the cab was just a piece of shit in it though. I hated the inside of that thing.
Yeah.
Honestly, by the light.
All
Yeah,
the
they had like
gauges. It had all the gauges.
yeah, fucking gauges. They put gauges places you couldn't even look at them. Yeah, they got that bench there in memory of someone. I don't know. I don't know that guy. There's a bunch of guys that are poured out in this river that used to fish here. Their ashes are out there. That one, I don't know what that guy's name is, but I didn't know him. He was before I moved here. Yeah, oh Woody, going live for the 39th time today.
That's all right.
Were you on Jimmy's?
Yeah, for a little while earlier today, I was.
Jimmy.
It's about 3:30 or 4, I think. Then I had to go make dinner for the old
I
lady.
haven't seen Kane for a while. He must be getting pulled over by the police again.
He must be in jail.
Yeah, jail. Yeah, I was surprised that he flicked that one cop off and then he pulled him right back over. But some
I
people
could.
won't. They're scared of the cops like that. I'm not scared of them either. I'll
Nah,
tell them
fuck.
how it is. I'm not gonna be, if you talk to me decent, I'll give you the same respect. If you talk to me stupid, you're gonna get the fucking more stupid coming out of me, and you're gonna
Yeah.
feel like a jackass. By the time I'm done, you're gonna feel like a dumbass.
You're gonna go to the station and quit right away.
Yeah, because they think they can intimidate you by threatening you with jail and stuff. I'm not scared to go to that motherfucker if I'm right. You know,
Oh yeah.
I'm not. I don't want to go there for nothing, but I'm not gonna be letting someone just tell me some fake ass law that don't exist or whatever. Because I had that happen with taillights before.
For
He
your
tried
own
to
safety.
tell me I didn't have my taillights didn't work and they were brand new. I just put the son of bitches in that flatbed. He was just harassing me, is what it was. Because he
It's
was
for your
bored.
own safety. It's for your own safety. It's for your safety.
Oh yeah, that one that said for his safety. Yeah, fuck. If he was worried about that, he would have did that 10, 20 minutes ago, and I wasn't getting out anyway.
It was hilarious.
Sitting there blabbing his fucking mouth when I didn't even do anything. I was sitting on the parked on the street. He said he pulled me over. I said, the fuck if you did? I was on. Why are you bugging me? You know, I'm not even driving, motherfucker. You got lights on behind me like you done pulled me over and shit. You know, Jesus. I
Yeah,
was
you got to
pissed.
record that shit, man. It's a
I
good thing you
did.
recorded it.
Yeah, I got that in here. It's got 3 cameras on it. It's recording right now. Right meow. I got 2 of them.
Right meow, right meow.
Yeah, I got 2 of those. You can move those cameras wherever you want. I didn't because sometimes you don't got time to be pulling out your phone, and it could be an asshole that's pulling you over. It's not like I get pulled over constantly, anyways, but still.
Like the one dude that pulled you over about the tag. You recorded that one
Yeah,
too.
yeah. I mean, he as soon as he pulled behind me, he knew the tag was good. He done called it in. He called it in, but he still wanted to pull me over because he was bored.
Yeah, he
You
just wants to see who
know,
you were.
he knew who I was already. I know him. He
Oh,
used to be
oh, okay.
well, he used to work for the sheriff's department here, but not the highway patrol. And he was just, you know, making whatever, let me know that he's still around, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, he's like, well, you're gonna keep getting pulled over, and I still ain't got that tag put on there because it's due this month or next month. I'm not paying for lost tags because someone stole one of them.
yeah,
The back
yeah,
one has it. I don't even know how he knew. I mean, he must be staring pretty good to be seeing what color the tags are. A little square 2-inch sticker or an
yeah,
inch sticker that
yeah.
driving on the highway like that he can see that it was the different color. Jesus Christ.
Do you have to have two front? Do you have to have two tags on your vehicle?
In this state, you do, and they will pull you over if you ain't got a front license plate.
Hmm.
I learned that a long time ago before I even lived in this state. I was going to, in fact, I was going to Arizona, and I was on I-29 heading towards like Missouri, Iowa, or whatever. And before I got out of South Dakota, the highway patrol pulled me over. I said, "We don't require that in North Dakota." So he told me I needed to have that on there. I said, "Well, it got smashed off, and you don't have to have 2 plates in North Dakota." And he's like, "In this state, you do." I said, "Well, I'm not from this state," and he wanted to be a dick about it too. I was like,
Yeah,
well, what? My boys were young, so I didn't throw much of a fit with them, but I just kind of like looked at them, rolled my eyes. Jesus Christ, really? Over a license plate? You're going to fucking bother me that much?
yeah.
Making a point clear and all this shit.
You were out of state, so he thought he'd pull you over.
Yeah, and I got pulled over in Kansas City, Missouri years ago when I was moving to Tennessee. And I was driving, I had an 82, or my ex-wife had an 82 Buick Regal 2-door, and he pulled me over, and he said my first time I ever heard of the license plate light deal, because I didn't even know there was license plate lights for and it was out, I guess. Well, anyways, the tags were expired. I didn't know that. I forgot they were. He didn't say nothing about that, but he told me my license plate light was out. Then he went on to ask me if there's any dead bodies in the trunk. I'm like, really? I was like, really? I said, "Do you think if there was that I would tell you there is?" And he just
Yeah,
looked at me. I know he wanted to search the vehicle. I'll let him. He went through our fucking luggage and all that horse shit. I'm like, "Did you find any dead bodies?" And the ex-wife, she's like, "Shh, you go to jail." I said, "Fuck him." You know what I mean?
yeah. I don't like cops. I just don't
I
like
don't
them.
know. I got friends that are like the sheriff, the main sheriff, like this one, he's my friend, and the one I went to graduate high school with in Moorhead, he's a sheriff, the sheriff. And I got friends that are cops, but they don't act like that. They treat everyone the same, you know what I mean? You don't be acting like the high and mighty shit.
Those are pretty good cops. The ones that do that, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they're like, I call them the Andy Griffith cops. Because I mean, they treat you well. You know, I mean, you don't treat you. If you did something wrong, you're gonna pay the price. But you know, if they pull you over, they don't be fucking with you, wanting to be doing all that searching and all that, asking you if you had any drinks and all that shit. Even if
Yeah.
you tell them no, some of them, like I told that one, I said, no, I ain't been drinking. And he goes, are you sure? I said, well, I would fucking know, wouldn't I, if I drank or not? Huh? You
Yeah.
motherfucker. Give me that breath tester, and you're gonna waste my time. I said, and yours. I guess you
Dumb
got nothing better to
motherfucker.
do.
Dumb
No,
motherfucker. Anyways,
yeah, you
drunk,
just sit
drunk
there and tell
motherfucker.
me. I said I ain't drinking, and I know you can't smell any booze. So why are you gonna ask me that when I said I am not? It's like 11 in the morning. I mean, really? I mean, I guess if I was a full-blown alcoholic, I might be drinking, but I probably wouldn't be driving around. I learned my lesson from that shit.
Drunk motherfuckers. Anyway.
I was right at the legal limit. That was one DUI I got. Jesus Christ. And he told me, that one told me too. He's like, you're at the legal limit. I could let you go, but I'm not gonna. Then he proceeded to give me that. I gave him the breath, did the breath test. Then he wants to take me to the fucking hospital and get blood. I said, no, you're not getting any more tests. You got your test. Let's go to the Hooskow, I said, so I can get the fuck on my way. Then he
Yeah.
threatened me with, if I went back to my truck and got it, because they don't tow, that he was going to give me another one. I said, well, if I pass the breath test, no, you won't, I said. I'm not that dumb where I'm going to go back and get my truck right away.
I
And I
got pulled
wasn't
over.
I don't even think I was, I didn't feel drunk. The legal limit was 1.0, and I was right at 1.0. And he said it's up to his discretion. I'm like, why are you saying that? Because you want me to do something so there's more charges, or what the fuck? You dumb
Yeah.
bastard, I said. Well, just can't be normal about it. You got to add that little smart ass comment in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't just be decent. Just be decent to a fucking person, and you wouldn't get half the guff you get. When you start doing that to people, a lot of people get pissed off, tired of dealing with that kind of shit.
Yep. Too old for that shit.
Yeah, I ain't got time for that chicken shit bullshit. I'm pissed.
I got pulled over for speeding in Tennessee, and the
Yeah.
motherfuckers made me follow them to the sheriff's office to pay the damn fine.
What is that? It's 1970s, for fuck's sakes?
Yeah.
Or is it that one show, Nothing But Trouble? Follow us in and see the peace.
It was in
The
the 80s.
justice of the peace. Yeah.
They made me follow them back to the station just to pay the ticket.
Oh, they want to make sure you're going to pay it, because I suppose a lot of people just skate off on it. But I thought if you did that, they pull your license or something.
This was back in like 87, 88.
Oh, that long ago? Yeah, I believe they did do that back then. Yeah, follow you in to pay the fine, making sure they got their money,
Yeah.
the revenue. Yeah, gotta get that revenue.
That's piss.
Like this sheriff, he says, if you're gonna be pulling people over, go on Highway 83, because it goes through the whole state and then North Dakota too. Go over there and pull the out of staters. Because he was pulling, some of these cops are pulling over like people for absolutely nothing, and they don't seem to be working here anymore. Like I've seen 5 or 6 of them that disappeared real quick. I'm like, oh, well, we can pull over the wrong people, I guess. They don't put up with that shit, because I guess, and the sheriff probably gets worried about it losing his spot, or whatever, because it's voted. I mean, it's politics kind of shit, I guess. Like that one guy I worked for, he told that one cop, "You don't be pulling me over. Do you know who the fuck I am?" He got out with the point. The cop said, "I don't know if I should tase him or what the fuck. He's acting crazy." He said this guy was old too, yelling at him, "Don't fucking be pulling me over." I'm like, holy fuck, I probably would have gave him a zap myself, acting that way. Yeah, I'm sure they get a lot of people that act like assholes right off the bat.
Well,
When
I'm
someone's
Buford
giving
T.
you
Justice.
respect, huh?
I'm Buford T. Justice. You know who I am?
Yeah. I've been whatever. I can't remember the saying now. I done lost, fucked up the word rear. Give me one of those Diablo sandwiches.
There you go. I'm in high speed pursuit, boy.
How many? Or Justin? How have you been harassed by the police over there? I'm sure they're pretty calm now over there in the Minnesota.
Yeah, the feds following me.
They're not going to be calm if what's his face lets that cop out of prison. I'll tell you that.
What cop you talking about?
That cop that killed that black guy in Minneapolis.
Oh,
Yeah,
but
the president was talking about giving him,
pardon.
yeah, or whatever. I was like, that'd be a mistake, bud. Don't do it. Because people will flip out about that.
Yeah, they'll kill that dude.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Well, he's probably in some kind of custody or whatever. Because if he was in like a general area with the regular fucking prisoners, they probably would have killed him.
Buzzard's clout chasing again.
Buzzard? Oh, he's putting his link in there. He's putting his dink in there. Subscribe, like, and share. He said, my name's Crustums. I need some views.
Buzzard Crustums. I'm gonna start calling you Mr. Sensitive.
I'm a, oh, you're asking for problems.
I know. Fuck.
You're going to get it now on the WhatsApp. You're going to be ignoring that like a motherfucker because you're not going live 89 times a day.
Hey, Robert. I've been busy as hell, bud. I have
What, licking your sack?
fucking painting and sanding and mudding and
I'm just so busy. I'm busier than a one-legged guy in an ass-kicking contest all the time.
yep. There's not many of us older folks around anymore. Those younger folks, they don't even go outside. They just sit around and play games.
Well, I'm going to go play Fortnite right now. How about that? I'm going to go over to Buzzards and play Fortnite with him.
Yeah.
In my basement, though, I'm going to go over to his house on the TV or on the computer.
He plays Beavis and Butthead, Quake and Doom and Nuke Dukem.
I'm gonna go play some of that Centipede over at his place.
Yeah, it's a nice centipede game.
Always wanted one of those Pac-Man ones that are flat top glass
Yeah.
that they
Sit
have in
down.
restaurants. Yeah, I like to have one of those, but they're all gone.
You can build them nowadays. You just use a regular
Yeah,
TV underneath it, and they make
it's
a
not the same,
cabinet.
but it's not the same. I got one of
No.
those. I got one of those video poker games that you sit on the bar, and it swivels around. It's a big ass fucking monitor on there or whatever. I got one of those. It's a touch screen or whatever, but the digitizer part of it, something's wrong with it, and I never ordered the piece for it or whatever. But
It's probably a fuse.
there's I can't remember what it's called, but it's just like it plugs into the and it plugs into the board or whatever. It's that the wire there is bad. Because I figured it out right away. You can hook a keyboard up to that thing and program it. Like on some of that poker, some of them ladies get naked on there too. I'm like, what the hell? I didn't know that. Fucking, it takes dollars and fives and ones or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know where I got that. I think I might have got that from the dump, not here in Bismarck or something. And I've had it for years.
I used to fix those touchscreen monitors. It's usually a fuse, a green little fuse that's soldered onto the board.
Yeah, it's the something with the pin of the wire. Something with the wire it wasn't. There's like a fusible, must be a fusible link in the that harness that goes from the monitor to the board or whatever, because that's what it is.
Yep.
Because I got it to work a few times, and I'm like, I'm not gonna just put it direct because then it's gonna fucking burn it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how I tested it or whatever. So I don't even know who told me that because I didn't look online. Like some people, like that neighbor of mine, he believes everything Google says. I said, well, if Google says you suck dick, is that true then? He got pissed off as hell. Well, I said everything on the internet. You believe it? I said, motherfucker. If I put that on there, then it's true, right? And he started really getting mad, Like, what? Fuck you. Fucking believe everything.
He was too sensitive.
People look at like YouTube or whatever and look at see if to fix whatever, and they're gonna look at that first video and think that's how you do it and shit. You don't know if that guy's right. You know what I mean? You don't know.
I tell you what, that Google AI, that shit's not too bad. It's
I
pretty
don't know
damn.
nothing about. I never messed with it.
Well, I mean, if you go to Google and you search something, the first thing that comes
Oh,
up is the Google AI giving you a
yeah,
bunch of shit.
yeah. I don't know. Yeah, but I don't. There's a lot of shit on there that you just don't know. You can go
Oh
to
yeah.
forums like these vehicle forums and shit, and then you'll read some of them, and some guy's talking out his ass, and the next guy might be right, and then the next guy's fucking talking out his ass too about it. And, like, man, because some of the shit I know or whatever, and how to do it or whatever. I'm like, man, these fucking clowns here, man, giving people the guy just wants a simple answer, and they got all the answers, and most of them are wrong.
Yeah. Most of them are smart ass too.
Yeah, and then they'll get out. Then I seen someone told him whatever to go fuck himself or whatever. I was just trying to help you out, or I'm like, damn. I never typed nothing in on those things, but I was reading them one time. I said, fuck, I ain't looking at these guys. Are assholes.
That damn AI is getting better and better and better, and pretty soon that's all it's ever going to be is AI.
Oh, you seen they were very wrong. He said, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I don't know. I just don't. If, I don't really look at the internet to see the answers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll call. So I know people. So if I don't know it, if I can't figure it out on a car or something like that, well, I don't do that anymore. I'll call someone I know that will know the answer. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I was pretty pissed with that Mitchell when they went on demand or whatever because I was used to those books. Like I said, when you
Yep.
get used to those books and you've been paying for them, all these books, thousands, $10,000s of dollars or whatever, and then all of a sudden they want you to pay a monthly fee now instead, and you don't own the shit.
Just like all data, all data.
Yeah, I had all that. I paid. I paid for them, and I paid for that other one too, where I can't remember Identifix. I had them too.
Yep. Yep.
Some of those guys, you could see if they were having a similar problem or if there's a bulletin or whatever.
Yep.
And, when guys are doing it for a living and they're telling you what's on there, a lot of times they're 90% of the time they're right. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Or give you a good idea where to start looking for the problem with some kind. I only look for wiring problems. I don't look for nothing else. There was always
Yeah.
some hidden wire somewhere in the body that was doing something.
Yeah. Wiring diagrams. They were
Yeah,
golden for
I
that.
put other diagrams and stuff. They highlight themselves after I got used to that Mitchell demand. The diagrams would highlight, and you could print them off with the highlighted spot on it. So
Yep.
yeah, it's pretty good. I didn't really know nothing about looking on the computers and shit like that when that came out. So I had to learn how to fucking do that shit or whatever. I didn't know nothing about no computers.
When I worked for Chief Auto Parts, everything was done by book.
Yeah, and all the repair orders were three part uh, invoices. Handwritten, and then
Yeah.
start switching it over to that printing shit and doing it on that. I was like, fuck this shit. But that's more handy. But I didn't want it. I didn't like it at first.
Yeah, I didn't either. we finally went to computer at Chief Auto Parts back in like '96, I think, or something like that. And then they sold to AutoZone. And then
Yeah, I remember my grandpa. He didn't change out. He didn't have printed checks. He had the only thing that was printed. He had this little machine that put you crank the crank where the where it put the dollar signs in on the check, like it was an official check or whatever, like a payroll check.
yeah,
And then the rest of it was handwritten. You know what I mean? And he did that until 2000, till he was dead. You know, handwritten checks on Monday morning, except for that little machine. And you put in the numbers on the machine, the dollar amount, and then yeah. But
yep,
my uncle's like, "Fucking, you need to get." You need to get with the times here. Yeah, you can't have nobody takes the. You can't go anywhere and cash that check like that. They're looking at us laughing. He said, but you used to be able to take it to any grocery store and cash the fucking payroll check, but you can't do
yeah,
that anymore because of all the scamming shit.
yeah.
Yeah, scams. Get with the times. But
Scammers have ruined it all for us.
yeah, there's a lot of that. Yeah, a lot of that. All these check cashing fucking places that rip everyone off because they can't get a bank account. So they charge them like fucking a bunch of money for the cash their check. Fuck
Yep,
that.
yep.
And they know that's wrong, but they're gonna make money off someone else's, fault.
Those title loan places, man, they're like a racket.
Oh yeah, or those payday ones. I heard about them motherfuckers
Yeah,
too.
payday. Yep, yep. My son.
They'll put up their car for a loan or something, and the title loan ones, and then they're all ready to jack their car in the first couple of weeks or something. they
Yep.
want they want the car. I give them a title to a piece of shit that don't run. Here, come and get that motherfucker. Don't want it anyway.
I had a tow truck follow my son all the way, like an hour away to where we were working, just to jack his car.
Oh, because he had one of them.
Yep.
Oh man, that's yeah.
I said, didn't you see that motherfucker following you?
He probably wasn't paying attention to that shit.
No.
And then like what was it? I used to do some repossession for this guy. I used to work on at this car lot after I'd moonlight there from my other job, and I'd just work on his shit, and I'd get vehicles instead of money. I'd take that car, I'll take that car, or something like that kind of deal. And he asked me because I had that tow truck back then. He asked me if I go repo a few, so I went. Man, them motherfuckers, boy. They get crazy about losing their car. I said, well, why don't you pay the motherfucker then? This guy's letting you slide for like 6 fucking months. What do you expect that? Him just like keep it? Or else they're fucking just beat the shit left for dead cars, junk, They didn't
Yeah.
pay him. They stopped paying them because they fucking wrecked it or something.
Yep. They pour sugar down the damn gas tank and all kinds of
Oh,
shit.
they smashed it and didn't have insurance, and it was at their house. It was like, just they didn't, or it was in the tow yard. You know what I mean? At the impound lot from the city police or whatever, because it was crashed. And
Yeah.
the guy was really that I did the work for. He was really for a used car salesman. He was really pretty good with people. Like, who the fuck's gonna let you slide around for 6 months without making payments and not come after you right away? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he did it
Oh
all
yeah.
the time. I'm like, you're crazy. How are you even making any money? I said. Oh, he had plenty of money, and he was doing it for. He was like 70, so he's doing it to keep himself busy. Is all it was.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, you're letting all these fucking fools take advantage of you. I want to take 10 cars now every time I work on one of your shit boxes, I told him. He started laughing. I would never do that. Like, I guess I'll go get your cars. And then that's when that one guy is all mad because that motherfucker said you ain't. I said, look, you ain't even give him a cent for 6 months. You've been driving the motherfucker around. And he's like blaming it's the guy's the car salesman's fault that he didn't pay. Pretty much is the way he was putting the blame on. Get out of here, that bullshit.
Those guys
Yeah,
ain't
he told
around
me
anymore,
about
man.
one told me he's gonna kick my ass if I hooked on, so I hooked on anyways. So well, now what? You know, I didn't do nothing.
What are you
So
gonna
he
do
tried
now,
to
man?
threaten me. Now what? I said he was getting in between the fucking tow truck and the fucking car, and I wish there was cameras back then because I have a whole shitload of them guys that did that shit. Some then there'd be girls crying, and even some guys be crying around about losing their car. Fucking pay it then. You wouldn't be crying around and have this problem if you pay your fucking bill. I know shit happens. That's why I always pay for mine. You know what I mean? Because it can happen where you're gonna have no income or whatever. Then you're asked out. Pretty soon the car
Yep.
guys come and get your shit.
I never repoed any cars, but I've had a couple of them repoed from me.
I don't like doing it, but I mean, I didn't mind doing it for him because that dude was extra nice to most of them, and they just took advantage of that shit. He let me go 5 months. What he's gonna let me go? He's just probably gonna let me have it. Then that's the way they're looking at it, you know.
Yeah.
That guy,
Those,
he's dead now too. He's a good
yeah.
shit.
Those guys ain't around anymore, hardly.
He was a good shit. That guy. He
Where are
would
those?
give anyone that. Any you could have the fucking credit score of a fucking bum or something that lives on the street that ain't never had nothing, and he'd give you a car. And he wouldn't hardly take any like $100 down or something. Like that kind of guy he was, or less. Or make a
Yeah.
payment on your fucking down payment.
Yeah, I like those guys, man.
He wasn't like one of those shady fucking car salesmen that would sell you some lemon. He'd even fix the shit. If there's something happened to it, he'd fix it even though it wasn't his responsibility. He would still
Yeah.
fix it. Just to because that's the way he was.
Where are those guys now, Robert?
They're gone. I ain't seen
Yeah.
any since him.
Well, that's me and you and Buzzard and Out of Order and all these
Oh,
other
I ain't
guys.
seen I ain't seen any parts guys either because most of them there's a few that know what they're doing there, but most of them they're asking you the dumbest questions to get the simplest part when you can just go back there and find it easy yourself. Like
Yeah.
I think Buzzard was talking about that. He wanted something the other day. Those donuts, those exhaust donuts, and they said they didn't have them or something. And he they're telling him this because that Yukon's Denali's in mid-year or whatever before the body
Yeah.
change.
Yeah.
So they're telling him this and that, and he's probably getting frustrated. He just let me go back to. I know and they did have them, but he was telling them they didn't have them or something like that.
Well, those donut gaskets, you pretty much have to go back there anyway and check those out to
Well,
find the
some of
right
them
one.
have that little tin flange on them. So like on his, that's what the Tahoe has them. Has like a half-inch flange that goes below the donut, so it sits into the pipe itself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Little
So it keeps
graphite
it
looking.
like it aligns. It keeps it in line or whatever, so it don't
Yeah.
fall off when you're trying to put it in. And
So lead donut, ain't it?
oh no, they're kind of these ones are like those ones are like graphite or they're silver
Graphite
looking.
or yeah.
Yeah, but these ones for like that Tahoe, they're like hard. I don't know what the hell they're made of. They're like solid. There ain't no. They don't feel like there's any give in them. You know.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't,
I I know when I worked at the auto parts store, they bring in a damn gasket. I say, hey man, here's the box that's got them all. Go through and find it.
right. I like to
Yeah.
if, like that one I told you on that F-150 said that power steering pump was discontinued. I'm like, huh? Well, give me one for you got any for an F-250 with a 5.4 in it? Yep. Well, they're the same goddamn one. They
Yeah.
bolt right in there. I don't know. I doubt there's any difference in them. A power steering's power steering. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
F-250 or F-150, 350, they're all the same pump.
Yeah.
You know. And he said that the dealership discontinued. I'm like, what? So I ended up going asking the dealer. No. So you just made up some bullshit to me, saying the computer said that. He's just bullshitting that guy. Oh, fucker.
Yeah. Those
He was just
computers are
he
wrong
seen he
too,
must have looked up something wrong or whatever, and it said that or whatever. I don't know. Why would you do that? I kind of find it hard to believe that they would discontinue a pump on a 2002 or three Ford pickup, the most common pickup there is.
Yep.
They don't have power steering pumps, and you couldn't get no aftermarket one or one.
I hate it when they ask you, when was the manufacturing date of the vehicle? You're like,
What does that
motherfucker.
matter? Like I had other cars that 350 came out of something else. I said, give me the fucking shit for a 350. Look up something with a fucking V8 in there, 350 small block. Same, all the shit's the same. I said, it doesn't matter what small block Chevy, the shit's the same. Water pump wise and whatever, one way
Yeah.
alternator. How hard is that? Well, what size? 110. I don't give me the fucking normal one, 100 amp one or whatever it is.
Yep.
Well, does it have 16-inch windshield wiper blades on it? What is that? Like, is it 4-wheel drive? What does that matter? The engine got a different water pump because it's 4-wheel drive? I'd like to say that to them, but they're just going by what that computer says. I'm like, God, don't just take the time to learn this shit? So you can, if you want to be good at your job, you take and learn all about it instead of just fucking
Reading.
your phone all day. Instead of fucking your phone all day on whatever Facebook or whatever the fuck they look at, or Snapchats or whatever the fuck it is.
Was it a 160 or a 180 or a 195 thermostat? What came out of it?
Yeah. Well, give me the one that's lowest. That's the one I want. 180. Or whatever it calls for. I mean, the cars call for certain ones. I don't get that shit. Well, you don't need choices with that shit.
Yeah.
Unless you're fucking got a race car or something, you don't even need a thermostat. You just cut the fucking center out of the old one.
Drop it in a pot of boiling water. See if it opens.
Yeah. Most of the time, they're not. People tell you they're stuck and shit. Most of the time, 90% of the time, they're not stuck. They're just thinking that's the problem, even though they know in reality it's their head gasket.
Yeah.
They're hoping it's the thermostat.
Yep.
Because I bought that kit where you put that liquid in there, and then it's blue when it goes in and it hooks onto the radiator, the cap, and then if there's any exhaust in there, it like turns yellow. It looks like piss or something.
Yeah.
That works pretty handy, but you can feel it if the cap got all kinds of pressure, water's flowing out of there like a waterfall, and the car ain't hot. Yeah, it's just started. It's got the waterfall going on. There's a head gasket going on. There's exhaust burping that shit out.
Yeah, it'll continuously flow out of the radiator.
Yeah, if you don't got milkshake, you'll have that.
Oh yeah.
Those 3/8 were common when they started putting those plastic plenums on there. They were cracking out right at the one side of it, and it hydrolocked the engine and shit, and then the oil be all milky. I fixed a lot of those, but a lot of guys would tell them their engine shot and this and that, and I said there's a chance it washed your bearings, but I mean, it's a couple $100 to fix it, $300 or something. You might as well try it. I said, what's a new car? 10, 20 grand or something back then, Yeah, I took the chance on that $300 versus having to go get a different car. And those engines are resilient. They're fucking good engines. So 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be unless they overheated the son of a bitch like a motherfucker.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, they're like, oh man, though they think the engine's shot and shit because other guys have told them that it's shot, because the water's in there. But I never had one that came back for being completely shot after that. I flushed the oil out a couple times just to be sure,
I like those code reader printouts that you get at AutoZone that tell you
I don't know. Never seen those.
They tell you this or that is wrong, and half the time it's not that, So they spend
Oh
all this
yeah,
money.
yeah. Well, when they put that, O'Reilly said it's the O2 sensor. Well,
Yeah.
how do I know that's the O2 sensor? Because they say it is. They're not. They're not diagnosing your car. It could be multiple things. It could be the mass airflow sensor making your O2 sensor read out on the hard codes.
Yep.
So, what do you mean? I said, well, I'm telling you how it is. Lots of things can trigger that code, and it could be totally something that has nothing to do with that O2 sensor. But the
Yep.
computer's not getting that from that and this and that. It's not communicating properly, and it's giving
Yep.
you false readings. The only way to know is to diagnose it. And
Right.
if it's O2 sensors, you better replace them all because one of them is going to be slow and it's going to come back the same code, and then you're going to come back and rip my ass. And I don't
Yep.
want that. Because they'll say, I brought it back to this guy and they already had this code. They're going somewhere else. They're already pissed, because he should have recommended to change them all because of that situation right there. Yeah, he
Just get
done lost business because he did his job right. Now the other one's acting. Now the other O2 sensors acting up, and it's his fault because that one's bad. So
just get a couple of anti-foulers, drill one of them out, screw the other one on top, put it in there, and put the O2 sensor in.
yeah. I don't like that one lady. I still talk to her once. She friended me or something on Facebook or whatever. I talked to her once in a while. She's like, I wish you was still a mechanic over here. These guys are, or whatever. Because I told her that's the first one I said. I'm telling you right now, you better replace them all because I don't want you coming back here chewing me out for the same thing. And she's like, you're the only one, because she had similar work done on different cars, and she was really raped money wise from them. Holy shit!
Yeah, I
You
hate
see
those
the
people.
older lady? Yeah, I
They
make
give
make good ones, make good mechanics look everyone look like a criminal.
yeah, they make us look bad. Yeah.
Like
Yep.
game guessers. The parts changers are mainly the dealerships do that shit. I never met any ones that were really doing good at diagnosing at a dealership. I mean,
No.
there's some there, but a lot of them just go back in that room and try out parts. I seen it.
Yep.
They wanted me to work at Minnesota Motors. This guy did, and I'm like, no, I'm not. There's 30 guys kissing your ass, and I'm not kissing no ass. That's just what it is. They did. They would tell on each other like little kids in there. I'm like, no way I'm working for this. I'm going to jail or something for assault.
Yep. Well, that's why
Or
you work for
something
yourself,
was
right?
trying to claim. There's some that would claim other people did the good job, and they're claiming the job that like they done did it and shit. You know what I mean? Shit like that. I
Yeah.
ain't got time for that kind of shit. I never did. I couldn't work with more than 4 guys because I had to work in smaller shops because it's just better that way.
Yeah. Do you miss working and having your own shop like you had back in
Yeah, I
Mandan?
did. I do, but I don't miss going to the classes, and I don't miss none of that new wiring. I'm glad I didn't have to. I was certified. I got training. I'm certified still, but the training I quit that in 2015. I haven't went to any of those
Yeah.
because you had to constantly go to it. It seemed like I was going to that shit 3 times a month, and it'd be on a Friday and Saturday or some shit. So I think I hated
Yeah.
that.
My dad did that too, and he hated it.
But you got to go because you learn a lot of shit. You pick up a lot of shit there, like on certain recalls or TSBs or whatever.
Yeah.
You pick up some stuff. I learned a lot on those 6.0 diesels on them classes because I was like,
That's
yeah.
like the worst diesel Ford diesel ever, isn't it? The 6.0.
It is, but it isn't. I mean, it's a good one if you do what you end up doing the bulletproof type thing or whatever with
Bulletproof.
the
Yeah.
different head gaskets and delete the EGR and that stupid water separator thing they got. And
Yeah.
I had one. I thought it was a 6.7 or a 6.4 when I bought that F450. I didn't look, and then it was a 6.0, and it shit out on me at like 69,000 miles on the fucking thing. It was crap. It wouldn't start, and it's summertime. I was like, what the fuck here? And then I ended up doing that same thing, and I got rid of that because I didn't want to deal with it no more. Taking that shit, I done tore it all apart, all the way bare. Took the heads. It's a nightmare to do it. I don't want. I
Oh
didn't care
yeah,
for
yeah.
doing it, especially when it's your own shit. You're not getting paid for that.
Usually you have to take the whole damn chassis off, don't you? The whole cab and
They
everything.
want you like on those Ford trucks. They want you to pull the cab off to
Yeah,
pull the Triton out. Well, I never done that. I always done it the normal way. I mean,
the
I take
hard
the
way.
intake off the Triton. I'll take the intake off. It comes right out, goes right back in. But they want you to lift the cab off and take the brakes and the fucking steering and the fucking everything else off there to lift the cab off, which
Yeah, I
ain't a
gotta.
big deal. But I found it easier just to take the intake out
Yeah,
and
my
then
friend
pull it
does
off.
that shit. He does all that. He takes the cab right off the motherfuckers.
Yeah,
And
that's
those.
what Mitchell tells you to do.
Yeah,
And I was like,
he,
no way I'm doing that. I looked around and I just said, I'm pulling that intake off there. That big high rise plastic intake is what it is, and the plenum or whatever you want to call it.
yeah,
And and then I pulled it right out, no problem. It's a little tight, but I mean, it was easier. I thought it was easier than taking the cab off and messing with all that steering and brakes and everything
yeah.
else,
Those
wiring.
some of those turbos are hard to get to, like that 6.4. They come out what
Yeah,
2008 to
yeah,
2010.
yeah.
Only 2 years. You know.
Them are hard to get. Yeah, even some of them. If you've done it a time or two, you know the ins and outs and the cheats to do it.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
fast way to do it, or the two you done made a tool to make it easier already for you. You know,
yeah.
I made a lot of tools, a lot of other tools. I guess I make the tools, but I used other tools to make tools work. I guess.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, I know what you're talking about. I always wanted a diesel truck, but I just never did want to do the maintenance because I seen how much this
Yeah,
guy.
you should have just got a 7.3 because they're actually really one of the good ones. And now the 5.9 Cummins is too, but that 12 valve. But those two are the good engines. I never had I had like 500,000 in that Power Stroke, and that thing. The only thing I had happen was something happened. There was like a chip or a prom, and where your foot goes by the clutch there, I must have put my boot up in there and knocked the fucking prom out of there, and I didn't know it because it's like a chip or whatever. Like I said, it plugs into the ECM, and I knocked it out, and the fucker it stalled, and I didn't know what the fuck happened, and it wouldn't start. And I was like, "What the fuck? What's going on?" And wouldn't start. I towed it back to the shop, and still can get it started. I thought about it. I'm looking at Mitchell. I'm doing all this shit. I'm doing these tests, and I'm like, "Well, it don't make sense." Well, then I was digging around on the dash, and I seen that thing on top of the where the carpet ends. It was sitting on top of the carpet under the foot feet. And I seen that hole on the ECM, and I'm like, son of a bitch. Fuck, I froze. It was like 40 below, and it was windy, and I was in the middle of nowhere, and fucking feet were froze solid too. That they stung so fucking bad. I was waiting for someone to come and get me. The truck
Yeah,
wouldn't go. And here I knocked that thing out with my foot. I don't know if that was an aftermarket thing or what the deal was. I taped that son of a bitch in there with fucking duct tape, because it's right on the back side of it where you can knock it off. I didn't know I did that shit. I would have plugged it right back in that night. I would never froze.
yeah.
But I don't know if like I said, it might have been an add-on. I think that's what it was, but maybe it wasn't. Shouldn't be that easy to knock out. I didn't go up in
No,
there and fix shit.
I had a couple of Dodges that they get -20 below or whatever in Virginia, and you'd be stuck on the side of the road, and that damn ceramic ballast would go out.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You had to keep some bubble gum and some aluminum foil close by if you wanted to get home. You know what I mean?
those 3/8 used to have that rubber. The harmonic balancer was rubber, and that crank sensor was on there down there, and it had that reluctor wheel down there. Well, that it give out and it'd be slapping back and forth when they're running it, and they think their car's knocking and all kinds of shit. That was a dumbass design right there. It knocked the crank sensor out too half the time. Yeah, but yeah, it would slap back like it was roll. It would roll and it would slap back and forth like the engine's knocking.
Yeah.
And it was just a balancer fucking back doing that shit. I replaced a lot of those. You had to have a fucking you had to use a puller, and it was a pain in the ass kind of. Once you get a few of them, you could figure it out, get it off pretty quick. But most times the crank sensor would be knocked out of it too.
You remember those old Hondas where the damn crank sensor bolt would break off?
Yeah, there's a lot of cars that did that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'd go to change it out, and then the fucking bolt break off. I seen a lot of them right stuff in there. Yeah, no bolt, no more. I'm like, son of a bitch. Someone didn't even tap that back out. They just put right stuff on. Son of a bitch. Now I can't get the rest of it out of there.
Yeah.
Messing around for hours trying to get someone else fix undone.
Oh
It
man, I
didn't
hate
work for
that.
a long time, but then it worked till it didn't. I guess.
I hate working on someone else's fucking, quick fix or jerry rig.
Well, I told you about that old man with that Ford truck. I told him he had a 2005. I said, I guarantee you, them back spark plugs on that Triton are going to be motor craft. And he's like, no, this guy did all of them. It was missing, right? I said,
Never
well, it
changed
ain't
them.
the coils because I test the coils are good because it's individual coils. I said, well, it ain't the coils unless there's moisture down in there where it's arcing out somehow. I said, it's probably the plugs. And I
Then-
guarantee you those back two ain't been changed. He goes, yes,
Yeah.
he's like, he's getting mad because I'm saying that his mechanic or wherever that he used for years over in another state did that.
They
And
never
he's,
changed
oh,
them.
he's good. I pulled him. I said, well, sit back here then, because I did it at his house. And I said, sit back there and watch then. I'm going to pull the back one first, and then I'm going to pull the next one up.
That,
Auto lights, and the next one up, and Motorcraft in the back too. And he was fucking. He went. He drove all the way back over and chewed that guy's ass. He said,
is that the
"Oh,
dude that
Trav."
is that the dude you used to take to get a haircut and whatnot?
Yeah. He had that gold one.
Yep.
Yep.
Why are you gay? RAV4, I haven't seen you in a while, bud. He's
Hey,
asking if you're
Rav4,
gay.
are you up in your attic doing skin things? He's got Foster up there. He's got him hung up like Jeepers Creepers.
Yep.
Oh, Rev.
Oh,
He
RAV.
wants he wants to do some collabing.
You still working for as a florist, RAV4?
That one that one what's it, that redheaded whatever her name is, she said that he's been working to beat hell. He's working a
Oh,
lot, she said, or something like that. The other day I was live on the TikToks.
I haven't been on TikTok and stuff.
I know I just went on there the other day or whatever. A couple times I've done that. And talked to no parts on there.
Yeah. He's
As
pretty
long
heavy on that.
as, old parts don't bring up old political shit, then I'm good. I don't want to. He knows. He knows the deal.
Oh, yeah, he knows.
Stop doing that. I'm not picking sides.
RAV4, how you been doing, bud? Let us know.
He's been doing fine, I'm sure. He's probably driving around in his Ford Festiva, and you know, probably doing lick, drink, and choose,
Hey, trick and chew.
hanging out with Foster on a daily basis.
RAV4, it's okay to be gay, bud. We don't judge people on here.
Yeah, Rav, we already know the deal.
We
You
know
don't
the
have to
deal.
hide. You wear eyeshadow and lip gloss.
Just come out of
Or
the closet
dresses at
already. Come
night.
on.
He wears red dresses at night.
Where's those assless chaps too?
Oh, I heard about that.
With the a rope for the cowboy rope, man.
Yeah, he carries a silk cushion on his neck.
He won't be back for another 6 months since we just harassed him.
Oh, he was on here couple weeks ago. He making some comments. He said my red Ford's getting pretty rusty. All right, I got another one. I just don't. I don't know if I can't. I can't get rid of that truck. It don't fucking. It don't.
Won't
It
die.
don't go down, and it gets good mileage. It's got pretty high gears in it. I don't know what they are, but at 75, it's at like 1800 RPM, so it's getting all the mileage it can get, and it's pretty good for a Triton.
That's pretty damn good. Yeah.
It gets sometimes it's 19, sometimes it's 18. Most time that's where it's at on gas on the highway.
Mine's got 331s in it, and I get about $2,000 at about 70.
Yeah, and then like the Silverado, like that white one I had that I did the burn on it, that some bitch would be if you go 75, it's at like 2500 RPM or something like that. Same
Yeah,
with her, same with the Envoys at over $2,000 at 70 mile an hour. So
that's pretty good, really.
yeah, it's over $2,000, but on that Ford, I'll go 75, it's like 17 or 1800 RPM. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah. So you can go about 80 and get pretty good mileage with it.
that's pretty damn
They get
good.
some good mileage regardless, anyways, that fucking thing.
At those kinds of RPMs for sure.
I'm like, and if I put 100,000 miles on it since I've owned it, and I paid $800 for it, and I beat the living piss out of that thing for 100,000 miles, really. But I always maintenance it every change the oil every couple thousand miles too.
Yeah. If I ever get my
I don't do.
office situated, I'll make you another big ass sticker. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the ones they lasted a long time.
I laminated them.
They lasted over a year. This one I just took this one off here, not that long ago, and the Ford one's still on there, but you can't really see it anymore. You can kind of see YouTube, but you can't see nothing else.
Yeah.
I still got a couple RAV4 stickers in the garage. He told me my garage looks the same. Yeah, I seen that. I was like, you the fuck, you not paying attention or what? He does. He just want to fuck with me.
Yeah, I've still got a RAV4 sticker too. It whistles at me every time I walk by it.
Yeah, yeah, that's because it says, "Are you gay?" Inquire your minds. Oh, he's going to bed, old fucking out of order. He's got car shows to get to.
Out of order. When you gonna do that truck bed or do some of those vehicles in the backyard, man? Come on, man. You're not getting any younger.
Ain't getting any more enthusiastic either.
I mean, I like the car shows and stuff. They're cool, but this
Oh,
I
I'm
want
not
to see
talking
do some
about
dirt
car. I'm
work.
talking about, yeah. I like car shows too. I went to this town just had one. That was the first one they ever had. It wasn't many cars, but it was whatever. I forgot it existed because she told me, and I was like $10 to enter, and you could win like a couple grand or something like that. And I done fucking short term memory went out on that, and I could have had my truck in there, but I guess I didn't because I forgot.
I remember
I
you
forgot
saying
the show was even going on until the day of it.
you're all parking all up and down your road and shit, right?
No, it's down. It's down by the school. It's like 6 blocks away. It was a '57 Chevy pickup that was pretty nice, and an old '63 Corvette that had fuel injection. So the mechanical, obviously, but I thought that was kind of neat to see that.
I had a 63 Chevy pickup. It was the only year they had the window that was reversed. The big side was at the top, and
Yeah.
the little
No,
side
this
was
is
at the
a
bottom.
63 Corvette.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You have that. You have that many cars.
Speak English.
Yeah, I don't worry about having car shows at my house every day. I still don't know who the hell that one guy was that said, I drive by your house every day, every Sunday, or some bullshit or whatever that was. I said, that's kind of weird to say. You know what I mean? But now I still don't know who he is. I
See,
haven't seen him because I said that one time. Better not be fucking driving by his stalking weirdo.
see a troll?
I don't know who he is. He likes Mopar and old cars, though, is all I got out of him.
Might be the sheriff.
Sheriff, no.
No.
He don't live in town. He lives I know where he lives. I've been out to his place, fixed a tractor or two.
I need to fix this damn air compressor. I need to fix my damn Ryobi electric lawnmower.
Hey, for when you get in a classic car, classic Ford, at
Fuck
least get a
Ford.
fucking F-100 or something. Fuckers, quit fucking around with those Ford Festivas.
All the wiring that's scraped off and shortened together.
He's got a 1989 Ford Festiva that looks like a roller skate, guaranteed to get 50 miles per gallon.
It's got a chainsaw motor on the back of it.
You can fit 5 clowns in there.
It's got a
I remember seeing
skateboard
those
on
when
it.
they were brand new in '89. I remember seeing those fucking cars when they come out. They're like a foreign car, like Japanese engine or some shit in there. Mazda, I suppose.
Yeah,
And
mod. Yep.
I seen them. I'm like, Jesus Christ, that car's fucking smaller than a Chevette. You know, the
Yeah.
wheels are like 11s or something like that on them things.
I like those Chevettes, man. Those Chevrolet
I have
Chevette.
a Chevette, but I mean, I'm talking about it was smaller than a Chevette.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
Pontiac had to come out with a Pontiac Chevette. Well, it was a T1000. Pontiac looked exactly like a fucking Chevette to me with a Pontiac emblem on there. And said T1000 on the door. Had some different hubcaps or some dumb shit. I bought a Chevette for like $25. We rolled her in the ditch one time, consuming too many bush lattes. Back when they
Yeah.
had to use the church key to open the bottles. They were on,
Uh,
I told my buddy get out, and the car was on the side that was on the ground. And I told him to go. He said, "What the fuck? You think I'm a fucking golfer? Motherfucker, go out of here." He started stepping on him and shit because I fell on top of him. That fucking, and the beer and the jack was smacking him and shit. Oh, fuck. We pushed that fucker back on the wheels and went to wherever we went and called AAA in the morning.
yeah, you could lift those up with 2 or 3 guys, and put it wherever you
Yeah,
wanted.
one guy pulled over. He says, "I thought it was 2 snowmobiles on top of each other." The car sitting on its side with the headlights on in the ditch because it was a snowstorm and we were going 65, 70, and all of a sudden we're going backwards at 65, 70 miles an hour and slid right in the ditch and went teep right on the side.
Yeah.
We interrupt this broadcast for severe weather. It's looking pretty clear out now, but all day was shitty rain and hot, muggy.
Have you been getting all that hail past couple weeks?
No, I haven't got no hail. Nope, but I had lightning crack down, and it was pretty damn close. It was, yeah, it was real close because it hurt the old eyeballs.
Yeah. I seen that lightning with buzzer when it flashed down. I think he like
I
shit his
couldn't help
pants.
but laugh. And he goes, I'm going in the house. I was like, holy fuck. What the fuck? Because it didn't show it on the live, really, what the way it was. I seen it was right behind him and it cracked. You could see it was right by him. And
Yeah.
then, like, on the live, it just showed, like, it didn't show the crack of it, you know? I'm like, what
Yeah.
the hell?
I bet that was scary. Yeah.
Yeah, he went in the house. He done had to change his underwears.
Yeah.
He's too busy working. Yeah, well, you know, I did that pretty much my whole life, and you got to do other things besides that. You know? I mean, you got to keep busy, but maybe do some stuff you like to do too. Even
Yep.
though you're like, you're like 65, aren't you, Radford? Yeah. So you're pretty much getting to retirement.
He's in like his 50s, man. He's younger than me and you.
No, he's 40 something.
Yeah.
I know, but I'm just, I don't want to make him because I thought he was older than he is. That's not what I was harassing him, and he thought that I really thought that. I think. So I said, "Look, you're older than me, motherfucker." I was like, "That's what the deal was."
Lick, drink, and chew.
Uh-huh. He probably doing that too. Probably went out and went on a few benders, pretending he's working. Woke up at some strange place, no clothes on.
Raph, tell your boyfriend I said hi, bud.
Oh man. Yeah, don't worry about Shim.
I love busting his balls.
She got a bigger wiener than he does. Foster wanted to see it.
Hey, Buzzard, let me see your wiener.
I'll never forget that ever in my life. That Foster said that. I'm like, what? You just want to ask him to see it, you motherfucker, weirdo? I couldn't believe he said that shit.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
He done fucked up the word rear when he did it because he tries to come up with shit and it just came out like that. And I'm like, you shithead. Now you're asking to see some guy's wiener.
I think he has a mild form of Tourette's.
Well,
It just came out, you know?
well, he tries to think of some clever shit to say on comebacks, and most of the time he's not up to speed on it, so he comes out all fucked up. Shit, kid. He's a good fucking kid. I don't care.
Yeah, he is.
He's still 19, and that's just the way it is.
Yeah. Do you still have
He
any of your
don't mean
guitars?
that kid don't mean no harm. He likes to fuck around. I'm surprised he ain't never got butt hurt. He hasn't really.
No,
That I
not
ever
really.
know. I mean, I pushed him pretty hard too, because he does it to me. But I mean, you a little fucker. Sometimes he says some weird shit, you know.
Oh yeah, he's all right, man.
Yeah, yeah.
You
He
have
don't
any?
mean.
You have any of your guitars laying around, or did your son take them all?
I got one,
You been playing with it any?
not one time, and
Yeah.
I think I got it. Yeah, I got that one pick. Yeah, no, I didn't get that metal pick. I found one somewhere. I don't know what it was. I don't like those plastic ones. I like that metal one, and I can't. I gave it to him, and he done lost it right away too.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a good one. I used that thing for a long time.
isn't Chris the one that plays the guitar?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I heard him
Yeah.
playing
He
that
was
Johnny
surprised.
Cash one.
He's like he couldn't. He bought a tuning fork or something, but when he first started playing it, because he picked it up right away, and he's like, this one's out of tune or something. I was like, yeah. I said I can do it, and that neighbor thought he's a musician because he can play the guitar a little bit. He was saying, I don't know how to tune it, and then it was way out of whack. And I sat there and I did it in like 10 seconds, and he's like,
Yeah,
what the fuck? You know, he couldn't. I don't know if he can. I'm sure he can tune it now himself, but he
Yeah.
couldn't believe that he's messing around with it for hours. The musician was, and I did it in 10 seconds, and he's like, "What?" He couldn't believe that I did that or whatever. I said, "Well, I mean, you just got to listen. You
Yeah.
know
We
the
grew up.
sounds. You know the sounds. You don't even know he got a tuning fork or whatever. But I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if he uses it anymore or not. But I don't need that.
We grew up playing by ear, so it's easy for
Yeah,
us.
that's what he does. He plays by ear, but he can read it too. You know, But, he picked it up fast. He picked up the piano fast. Like when he first started, he wanted to play that fucking saxophone, and I'm like, if I buy you one now, you don't put it down. I said, because I'm not wasting. There's a Yamaha. It was like $3,000 or something,
Fuck yeah,
and
yeah.
I was like, and you're not gonna put it down because I'll take it and I'll crash it or I'll sell it or whatever I said because I'm not. It's not gonna sit in the closet or whatever. I mean, you pick it up, you leave, you keep doing it through school or whatever. He got the Letterman thing for music, and he's been to state a few times for it, so he never put it down. But he put it down now for the guitar.
Yeah.
So, he's got a fancy pants guitar. Well, he's got a couple, three of them, anyways. He mainly plays the acoustic, and I bought him that pickup for it.
Yeah. That's cool,
He
man.
brings it. He brings it with wherever he goes. He brings it. If he comes back home, the guitar. Wherever he goes, that guitar is with him, except for at work. If he goes to a friend's house, he brings it with. I don't know. He carries it everywhere, I guess.
But that's one good thing that he learned from you, right?
Yeah. I just told him don't put it down. Don't waste my money on that because I'm not buying no cheap piece of shit. Because if you want to play music, you need good stuff. You don't, you know what I mean? That cheap shit, like buying something at Walmart or something. That ain't. You maybe pick. That's for people that aren't gonna keep playing it. You know what I mean? Fucking
Yeah.
around with it, or whatever.
Yeah. A damn saxophone, that's pretty
I
much
think
solid
I
brass,
think I
isn't it?
rented. I think I rented one for him at the school there at first, and then he didn't want that big saxophone or whatever, the long one. So I said, well, let's go or whatever, get that at that Yamaha, and that's that. And that's so kind of spendy. Better not put it down. I told him.
I love
I
Yamaha,
thought
man.
it was, all kids are saying when they're in music and they want a trumpet or whatever, and they ain't gonna, they're really not gonna play it. They just want it because they want to be in there for a minute.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I thought he was gonna do with that saxophone because most guys, when they're that young, they want to. That's the one they want to try. You know what I mean?
That's a hard instrument to learn too, that damn saxophone.
Yeah, I couldn't believe he picked it up right away too, and he was teaching his music teacher stuff. I'm like, what the? She's asking him questions when he was like 12 or 13, but he had it all the way through high school. Yeah, I know she misses him because he's the only one that took this to state or whatever. I guess I didn't know that either. They had a big newspaper write up on him or whatever, dude. So,
Yeah.
it's pretty good.
That's
They
cool.
both listened good. They never got any bullshit like I did. Never got no trouble. I never had to beat them.
Yep. Does your youngest son play any instruments?
I think he's in choir. I don't know. I couldn't believe he's in that. I didn't even know he was.
Yeah. My grandson's in choir. He seems to like it.
Yeah, he sings and shit, I guess. He can sing. I hear him all the time. I don't know if he may be messing around with the instruments, but I don't know. He likes to play his fucking game.
He's a gamer.
Yeah, he paid for his own computer. I gave him a laptop before, but he bought his own gaming computer or whatever, and he paid like $700-800, and then he bought some kind of fucking memory, something more. I had to put it in for him on the bottom of the computer where it was like another bunch of money for that piece that I put in there. I don't remember where it's going.
Yeah.
I knew how to put it in though. I mean, I knew where it goes.
Yeah. Most of that
Right
shit only goes one way.
Yeah, yeah. It's like one of those video card type things, but it was for memory. I think.
Yeah.
Now he wants to buy. He's had it for 3-4 years, and then now he wants to get another new one or whatever. He's like, you can have my old one. I said, well, I'm not a gamer. I'm not a gamer. Well, you need a new one. You haven't got a new one for a long time. I said, well, He said, well, that'd be good for editing or whatever. I said, yeah, that other one's starting to be a piece of shit. I guess it's taken forever to. It's taken forever for it to like.
Compile it.
Yeah, it's like it wants to. It's taken forever for like when I use CapCut, it's taken forever to make it proxy. Taking hours for that shit, or else
Yeah.
that video won't come out right. You know what I mean? It'll be all fucking weird.
Mm-hmm.
The sound will be off versus the picture or whatever.
Yeah. So you using CapCut for everything?
I use both. It just depends because I like to use it because the CapCut's got the where you can take the thumbnail right out of the video and do it off that way.
Yeah. I've used CapCut on a few things, but I
And
mostly
then
just use it
sometimes
with.
that clip champ's being so fucking slow that it won't load the videos up, and then I put fix it on there or repair or whatever on the app, and it don't load up, and then I'll go to CapCut because it's doing that. And then sometimes it works good, but a
Yeah.
lot of times it's not working good, or it won't load the shit up. And it's not the computer doing it; it's that fucking clip champ that's doing it.
Yeah.
Not paid for it too. I said, well, I'm not going to pay for. I told that whoever on the email, I'm not going to pay for this shit if it don't work. Why would I? Who would? I said, we're working on some updates or something. Well, I'm not waiting for updates. I canceled it then. I'm not waiting for your updates so I then continue to pay for it while your fucking shit don't work.
Yeah. I use the free version.
It ain't much. It's like $9 or something. But I'm not going to give you $9 for something that don't work.
So, I mean, when it did work, how did you like that full version of CapCut? I know you can do like 4K,
Yeah,
right?
well, that works fine. But I'm talking about the clip champ wouldn't work, and I was paying for it. It wouldn't load up on that. That's why I started using the CapCut. That's all right. I like using it, but I don't like the. I'm getting used to it now, but I didn't like the way it's not the same. It's a little bit different.
Yeah.
I don't like the transitions that it has, so I don't use any anymore.
Yeah. Yep. Whenever I use the CapCut transitions, half the time they don't work, and sometimes they
Right,
do
that's
work.
what I'm saying. And if it does go on there, then it's not. It's like the one you didn't put that one on there, and it's putting a different one on there or some shit.
Yeah.
Or it's slower or something, and it's making it weird or goofy or whatever.
Yeah. Buffering and shit.
Yeah, it's what the hell? That's not what I even put on there. I put like a fade to black. How's that? How's it flickering? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or else it'll put your. Sometimes when you do those too, it'll put where you cut. It'll put that piece that you cut where it's supposed to stay. It'll put it at the front or something. I'm like,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
I'm like, download it, and I look, and what? Good thing I watched it. Shit, the ends on the front now. You know, fucking thing.
Yeah, it did me that way too. I was like, what the fuck? It's like a double of it, you know?
Yeah, or else there's 2 or 3 of the same thing on there. I'm like, God, how's that getting messed up like that? I know I didn't do that. I watched it 3 different times before I even downloaded it, and then in the end, it would do that. So then it wanted me to sign in. And I had the video all edited and shit. And then it wanted me to pay for it or something. And I'm like, no. So then I had to go back to Clipchamp and fucking do it again on there. And then I just got rid of it. I uninstalled it. And then the Clipchamp won't work, so I installed it again. And it was free again. And then same email, so I don't get. They wanted me to sign in so it could try to sell me it or something. I don't know.
It makes me sign in with Microsoft sign in now.
Oh yeah, maybe that's what it was trying to do, and then it wanted me to pay for it.
Yeah.
All right, Rav, get to work. What time is it? I gotta go home.
Yeah, it's getting late, I think.
Is it? Yeah, I've been here a long time. All right,
Well,
then I gotta go now. Bye now. Bye.
bye, bye, meow.